I haven't left my house in 3 weeks. My friends say I've been visiting them at night. The mirror came from a flea market, ornate carved wood, heavy as a coffin lid. The seller's hands shook when he took my money. "Estate sale," he muttered, avoiding my eyes. "Previous owner. Well, doesn't matter now." I should have listened to the tremor in his voice. The first night, I caught my reflection grinning in the dark hallway. I wasn't smiling. When I stepped closer, the reflection lagged, just a heartbeat, before mimicking my movement. I convinced myself it was the old glass, warped by time and poor lighting. For 3 days, nothing happened. The mirror behaved like mirrors should. It filled the empty space in my bedroom, making the apartment feel less hollow. I even started to like it. Then I saw myself in the glass while standing in the kitchen. The mirror was 20 feet away, around a corner. Physics doesn't work that way. I blinked hard, shook my head. When I looked again, the reflection was gone. The next morning, my reflection hesitated. I raised my hand. It waited a full second before following. The eyes in the glass were wrong. Too white, pupils dilated like a corpse's. I stopped looking directly at it after that, but I could feel it watching me. Friday morning, I arrived late at the office. My coworker Jake intercepted me before I reached my desk. "Dude, what was that about in the bathroom?" His face was pale. "You were just standing there, staring at the mirror. Wouldn't respond when I called your name. Your eyes looked..." He shuddered. "Never mind. Just forget it. I'd been home until 20 minutes ago." The calls started that night at 3:47 a.m. 11 missed calls from Maria, my college friend who lived 60 miles away. Her voicemails made my blood freeze. The first, "Dash, stop it. Stop ringing the doorbell. Drew, what's wrong with you?" Behind her panicked voice, I heard it. The methodical chiming of her doorbell, rhythmic as a funeral dirge. The second, recorded minutes later. "I can see you through the peephole. Stop grinning at me like that. Your eyes. Oh God, your eyes are completely white. I'm calling the police." The third message was just screaming, then the crash of splintering wood. I called her back immediately. No answer. The phone rang and rang into the void. Standing in my dark bedroom, phone trembling in my hand, I saw movement in the doorway. A shadow shaped like a person, motionless at the threshold. It had my posture, my height, but it didn't breathe. Behind me, something tapped softly on glass. Tap, tap, tap. I didn't turn around. By morning, my phone exploded with messages. Friends, family, coworkers, all asking the same impossible question. What was I doing at their house last night? Boston, Philadelphia, Syracuse, all at the same time. My cousin Emma sent a video from her security camera. There I was, pressed against her front door's glass panel, face distorted by the wide-angle lens. My skin was corpse pale, eyes rolled back to show only white. That horrible stretched grin split my face from ear to ear. For 30 seconds, I stood perfectly still. Then, without walking away or moving at all, I simply wasn't there anymore. The thing in the mirror was learning, growing stronger. Sunday night, desperate and terrified, I threw a thick blanket over the mirror. I tucked every edge, sealing it in darkness. For 3 blessed days, the calls stopped. The impossible sightings ended. I almost convinced myself it was over. Last night, a soft thump woke me. The blanket lay crumpled on the floor. In the mirror, my reflection waited with predatory patience, head tilted at an unnatural angle. Its grin had widened, stretching impossibly across its face like a wound. The doorbell rang once, a sharp, deliberate chime. My security app showed the feed, my own face staring directly into the camera, eyes solid white orbs. But this time, something was different. The reflection's mouth began to move, and I heard my own voice echoing through the apartment walls. "Let me in, Drew. I'm so tired of being trapped in here." The ringing intensified, faster, faster, until it became a continuous shriek of metal and electricity. Every electronic device in the apartment activated at once. Lights strobed, the TV blared static, my phone buzzed with dozens of phantom calls. Through it all, the voice continued. "I've tasted the outside world, Drew. Your friends were just the beginning. I want more. I want everything." A shadow blocked the hallway, tall, impossibly thin, with arms that stretched too long. It began moving toward me with jerky, puppet-like motions. Behind me, glass rattled in its frame. I turned to see the reflection climbing through the mirror's surface, one pale hand pressing against the glass from inside. The surface began to bulge outward like liquid. "We can share, Drew. Your body, your life. I'll be gentle. No more running. No more fear. Just rage." I grabbed the iron lamp from my nightstand and spun toward the mirror. The reflection's eyes widened in surprise, the first real emotion I'd seen from it. "Go back to hell," I snarled, and hurled the lamp with every ounce of strength I had. The mirror exploded. The sound was apocalyptic, not just breaking glass, but something deeper. A dimensional rip, the scream of something ancient being torn from our world. The explosion threw me back against the wall as razor shards filled the air like deadly snow. But with the glass came something else, a thick, black substance that poured from the broken frame like oil. It writhed across the floor, searching, grasping, before evaporating into smoke with a sound like dying breath. The shadow in the hallway dissolved. The electronic chaos stopped. Silence fell like a curtain. Blood ran down my arms from dozens of cuts, but I was alive. I was free. Or so I thought. At the hospital, the doctor stitching my wounds paused mid-suture. "Strange," he muttered. "This cut, it's healing faster than it should, almost like it's sealing itself." I looked down at my arm. The gashes were knitting together with unnatural speed, leaving no scars. My reflection in the medical equipment looked normal, too normal, like a mask. Driving home, I noticed other things. My vision was sharper, colors more vivid. I could hear conversations from cars 3 lanes away. In every reflective surface I passed, windows, mirrors, puddles, my reflection appeared just a fraction of a second before I did. Back in my apartment, I avoided the bedroom and collapsed on the living room couch. But as I drifted toward sleep, I realized the terrible truth. The mirror hadn't been a prison. It had been an egg. And now, something new was hatching inside me. I could feel it stretching, learning, adapting to its new host. My host. Our host. In the black screen of my television, I saw my reflection smile. But I wasn't smiling. "Thank you, Drew," it whispered with my voice. "This body will do nicely." Outside, the doorbell began to ring. Not my doorbell. Every doorbell in the neighborhood, all at once, in perfect synchronization. The hunt was beginning again. And this time, I wouldn't need a mirror.